What's up, everybody? You're back with the Chosen Khan, and today we have Mr. Talha Masood, aka Mr. Love Over Fear, in the studio. Say what's up to everybody, man.
How's everything going, guys? I think I finally made it. I'm on the Chosen Khan. I think that's what life is all about.
Everyone's career usually goes down after this, bro. So if no one
man.
buys any Love Over Fear shirts after this, it's probably my fault. But yeah, so we had a good podcast conversation. We talked about Talha's story, what brought him to Love Over Fear. So how he was like, what was your story of when you came to ESL? What was that about, man? What happened?
Oh, being in an empty classroom for a year because I couldn't speak English and they'd send me to this room.
Yeah.
And I'd just go sit there after lunch in elementary school and there'd be no teacher.
So for a whole year, this man was in solitary confinement. And that led him to having anger issues. So what was that like, man?
Anger issue was just like, because I was just born that way, to be honest.
Why you were so always pissed?
I was just always pissed.
Came out the womb with the anger fit.
Yeah. I actually did anger management too.
Yeah, how was that?
Oh, it made it worse.
What the hell? We didn't even talk about anger management in the podcast. What happened?
Damn. So anger management was my parents' way of saying that, okay, we don't want to deal with your anger, we'll get someone else to do it.
Yeah.
So this guy on his motorcycle would come in high school, pick me up after school like once a week. And he'd be like, "Can we talk about your anger? What's pissing you off right now?" Like being in anger management class.
Yeah, you were pissing me off.
Yeah.
Oh.
Basically, and I was going through that whole teenage phase, and
You were boxing.
I was boxing. I just thought too much of myself at one point too, and that kind of got to my head. Ego is not your amigo.
Yes. Yeah, that's a good one. Ego. I always say ego is the enemy, but I like ego is not your amigo better.
Yeah. So,
And then what happened after that? Then you went into like the clothing world.
Clothing world, yeah, and then they did that for like 7 years.
Where at, man?
So Forever 21, Ralph Lauren,
Yeah.
Jack and Jones.
How did your family find out about you working at Forever 21?
My sister walked into the store one day, like after 6 months of me working there or something.
Yeah.
And she's like, "What are you doing behind the counter?" I was like, "I work here."
Yeah.
And that's how they found out.
See, she must have been pissed because you could have been getting her a discount the whole time, but
It was like 10%. It wasn't even taxed.
Hey, bro, it all adds up, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she found that out.
She found that out.
And then we talked about how 2016 was a tough year for you because your anger. So what happened with that?
That's when everybody around me that was growing up and I was growing up, and that's when I started realizing that, you know what? There is a problem, right? There is a problem and I am the problem.
Yeah.
And a lot of people started leaving my life, and that's when I had to really understand that, okay, I need to find myself.
Mm-hmm.
I got so lost,
Yeah.
which was perfect because if you don't get lost, you won't be found. So I had to really get lost, and especially being part of the whole the mosque shelter and all those Love Over Fear rallies, that kind of happened at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
It was like I was asking myself, what next? Like I have no one around me to really share all this with, and that kind of like brought me into this whole community that, okay, you know what? There's so many fears, and we don't have to fight them alone.
Yeah, 100%. And the last thing I even talk about is Love Over Fear, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why Love Over Fear? And then the people that don't know about it, what is Love Over Fear?
So Love Over Fear is basically everybody right now is in a state of fear.
Mm-hmm.
At some point of their life, they have been in a state of fear.
Yeah.
Whether it's the fear of uncertainty, whether they're afraid of, just struggles in their life,
Yeah.
whether it's like, struggles at home.
Yeah.
So many things, depression. And a lot of times our fears restrict us from doing what we love. It restricts us from loving us, ourselves. It restricts us from loving other people. And it restricts us from just like loving anything in general.
Yeah.
Right? And it's because people are so focused on, okay, this is not going to work out for me. I'm afraid of doing this. I'm afraid of failure. I'm afraid of this, afraid of that. And they stop living their life because they're like, if you're going to be afraid of everything, you're not really going to do anything.
Yeah.
Right? And the other thing is, like, even with whatever you see on like the TV nowadays, right?
Yeah.
People are afraid of Muslims because they're terrorists, right? Or they're afraid of homeless people.
You didn't get your letter in the mail, like for Hogwarts, for the terrorist camp yet?
No, man.
I've been waiting for mine too, man. I thought it was all Muslim kids. We all get to know. And so we all get indoctrinated. We roll out. No?
Only the wealthy ones, man.
Oh, man. That's screwed. Yeah, but so go ahead.
So basically, yeah, like, even with like homeless people, like, oh, you know what? You can't really love homeless people because of their situation, and they must be criminals or they must be drug addicts.
Yeah, it's
right?
other. If you're afraid
Yeah,
of it.
there's always this fear that restricts you from doing something that you like. You wouldn't give a homeless person who's in need of, like, let's just say food, if you have that mindset, oh, this guy's a criminal, he's this,
you're afraid. So
right?
that's why you started we started this whole thing was because you know what? There's too many people living in a constant state of fear.
Exactly.
Let's bring some love into it. And yeah, it's been like, how has the response been since we began?
It's been incredible. Thank you everybody that's been supporting so far in the first month.
Yeah.
You know, or first 2 weeks, we got about, close to 1,000 people coming on our website. We got lots of orders coming on online.
People like them. It's quality stuff.
Yeah.
Right? Check out the shirts. The reason that was even started, like what Talha was saying, is it's about a mind shift. Right? It's time to change our minds. Stop being afraid of everybody and start loving one another and love ourselves. And that's what the whole podcast is about, was Talha's journey to figuring that out. And honestly, if you want to be a part of the journey, there's going to be a link down below for how to order the shirts. Talha, this guy is a fashion genius. So there's going to be like hoodies. And it's all going to be like quality stuff. It's not too expensive, but it really like, it's simple. I don't like wearing no $500 Gucci shirts, mainly because I can't afford them, and second because it's just so flashy and all this crap.
Yeah.
But this is just simple. So check that out. It's going to be below. If you want to talk to Talha, there's a lot of young Muslim kids or young people in general. Talk to Talha, especially if maybe you're always angry too. Hit this guy up, right?
For sure.
His Instagram is going to be below. Check out the website, whatever it may be. You can contact this guy. And if you live in Richmond, just go to any Waves or Blends Coffee, you'll find them. I mean, he's just there. You don't leave, right? Even the people at Blends and Waves are fed up.
Blends is the headquarters.
Yeah, it's the headquarters.
It's the headquarters for Muslims in Richmond.
That's the spot. Go there.
That's the spot.
Right? Not the mosque. It's the Blends on Glendale. That's the spot right next to Al Basha.
They actually do pray in the parking lot. So
That's
if you can't, you can't miss your prayers either.
You get your halal food right at Al Basha. So again, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you for coming on the show. Thank you. Enjoy the movement. Peace. Thank you for watching our videos. Your support really means a lot to us. Check out our podcast and honestly check out the other conversations we've been having as well.